In a real hydrocarbon sale operation involving a tank farm, the title transfer is one of the most delicate and misunderstood moments of the entire transaction. Because it's one thing for the product to exist, another for it to be stored, and quite another who legally holds the title to that product at that exact moment. Title transfer doesn't just happen because someone sends a POP, a TSR, a Q&Q, or a photo of a tank. Nor does it happen because an intermediary says the product is already blocked for the buyer. Title transfer occurs when the contractual event defined in the SPA or the sales contract is met, and when there's also enough documentary evidence to show ownership passed from one party to the other. In a tank farm operation, that moment is usually tied to a very specific formula. Payment received, issuance or assignment of the title document, and operational or documentary recognition from the terminal, depending on how the deal is structured. For example, a seller has 50,000 tons of N590 stored in a terminal. The buyer pays as agreed. At that point, if the contract says the title passes upon receipt of funds, the seller must issue the corresponding document. It could be a title transfer certificate, a deed of assignment, a novation, a reissued storage receipt, or a release order recognized by the terminal. The name changes depending on the jurisdiction or commercial practice. The name isn't what's important. What matters is that the document proves the buyer is now the new title holder. Now, when traders and intermediaries are involved, the issue becomes much more sensitive. Suppose in this chain we have the actual seller, trader A, trader B, and the end buyer. The product can physically stay in the same tank without moving a single liter, but the title can change on paper. First from the seller to trader A, then from trader A to trader B, and finally to the end buyer. In that case, every transfer of title must be perfectly supported. If one of those links doesn't have actual title, the entire chain breaks. A very common mistake appears here, confusing documentary control with legal ownership. A trader might have a signed SPA, access to documents, even authorization to coordinate inspections, but that doesn't automatically mean they own the product. Having the right to negotiate doesn't always mean having the right to transfer the title. Another key point, title transfer doesn't always coincide with risk transfer. There are contracts where ownership passes upon payment, but operational risk stays with the seller until lifting, loading, or physical delivery. If that's not clear, disputes begin. In short, in a serious operation, title transfer is the moment hydrocarbon ownership changes hands in a contractually valid, documentable, and operationally recognizable way. And if that moment is not precisely defined, there is no legal certainty, only commercial noise. If you like these videos, like, subscribe, ask, and comment. This is TrendOil Vision. Understand oil like a professional. Thank you.